Conjunctured.
You're the co-founder and board member of Texas Ventures. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yep. While I was at the University of Texas, I felt like this need to pull entrepreneurs around me because I was having, right, UT's a school of 50,000, and it was hard for me to find people that were like-minded. I majored in computer science and advertising, and so not being in the business school, maybe not majoring in entrepreneurship, it was hard for me to find people like that. So I wanted to start a club to bring them to me. So I found two other people, Thomas Harris and Brandon Chikotsky. Yeah, and we started Texas Ventures. From that student group, it's turned into a nonprofit that in general just works on promoting entrepreneurship in the state of Texas. Jelly is this thing that started like probably 3 years ago now in New York by a guy named Amit Gupta, and it was just a bunch of like freelancers getting together in people's apartments using a wiki to like organize themselves and say, hey, we're gonna be at my apartment on Thursday, everybody can come over, like 10 people come over and we'll all just work, but we'll be together, so at least we're not like staring at our walls during the day. This like jelly idea of having a jelly started going to different cities. They made a website, workatjelly.com, and so one of the co-founders of Conjunctured, Dusty Reagan, decided that we needed to have a jelly in Austin, started organizing them. The mailing list for jelly grew to 250 people. Yeah, so after that mailing list grew and I started participating in jellies, and that was kind of like what Texas Ventures was for me at UT, where I wanted to bring like my kind of people together so I could hang out with them. That's what jelly was when I went to it. I was like, oh man, these are like people like me, and it was great. So after a while of doing jellies, we were only doing them once a week. We realized that, man, it would really be better to do this every day, and instead of buying like 2 lattes during the day to make up for sucking out their Wi-Fi at the coffee shop, we should just pay a membership fee and have our own place. We had heard of this meme or idea of co-working, and there are a couple different co-working spaces all throughout the US. I think there was probably just like half a dozen of them at the time, which is only like seven months ago. And sent an email to the listserv asking if anybody would be interested in being a part of a co-working space. We heard back from 45 people. We asked them all with the survey, where would you want it to be? How much would you want to pay for rent? What amenities would you want to have? And then everybody answered, and we said, great, okay, with this data, we're going to go around, we're going to start looking for a place, because it sounds like we have enough people who are in it. We mostly have like designers, web designers, web developers, social media consultants, and there's a couple lawyers, there's a couple real estate agents, things like that. But for the most part, it's people that are technology focused. When I get this project, I can assemble a team very quickly to put on it, picking from the people in Conjunctured or the network of Conjunctured, the people that we know, through creating Conjunctured. So it makes it so much easier for all of us to function, and we kind of think of that as a co-company, right? None of us work for Conjunctured, but we all use the brand to benefit what we're working on.
You've been involved in the idea of Startup District in Austin. What exactly is this idea, and how's the plan coming along?
Figuring out that there is a benefit from concentrating one person or individuals. We realize that there's a benefit in concentrating companies, right? So if you think about Silicon Valley, everyone's kind of in this tight cluster, and when I go to even like a coffee shop in Palo Alto or something like that. I'm surrounded by people that are working on stuff that's similar to me, and if I strike up a conversation with them, the chances of me learning something from them is much greater. So, we think that there would be a benefit in having that, creating that type of, or helping create that type of environment here. Kids that come out of UT, the majority of them go to work outside of Texas, right? They all leave Austin and go to either big banks in New York, or they go to WPP in LA, or any of these large kind of conglomerates. That's the majority of students that come out of UT, and those are the types of students who could have been entrepreneurial, or could have started something and stayed in Texas. And so my vision for like the startup district is to have is for kids to be able to come there, or students to be able to come into the startup district and see logos, like logos of the companies. Like I even visualize flags into the street, that has all the company logos, and I feel like it's almost like a tourist attraction, right? You can come there, like, oh yeah, you maybe heard that Austin is kind of techy and has some startup stuff going on, but if you can go to a place where you can feel it, not just hear about it, you can be like, oh wow, here they are. Here are all the startups I see, and like I know that when I'm walking around in here, I'm surrounding myself with these startup kind of people, and having that type of environment is what I think will keep students staying here, and also people when they visit Austin and consider moving their company or their startup here, if they know that there's a community that they can morph into or fall into, then I think we'll have a better chance of retaining them here in Austin, and thus maintaining a better environment for Austin and for the state of Texas. And that's what I would want out of a startup district.